Hey guys, Ryan here. In today's video, I'm be breaking down my almost world record Vanguard Resurgence game. The world record, as of the time I recorded this video, was 39 kills, and I ended up with 37. Now, two things I want to address. First, I do play on Ps5, and I do play on console, and I do feel like that deserves to be talked about. Secondly, the other thing is this was blatantly a bot lobby. And if you don't know what I mean by bot lobby, it's just a lobby that consists of a very low skilled group of players. If you look at the average KD of this lobby, it was a 0.79, and that is one of the lowest lobbies I've been in pretty much since I've started playing Warzone. By all accounts, this was a quote-unquote bot lobby, and that is one of the key things you have to understand about any of these quote-unquote world record attempts. Almost all of them happen in lobbies like this, and for a player like me who's playing on PS5 and just with my friends, I'm in no control of whether I get lobbies like this or not. It is completely random. I didn't know I was in a lobby like this. I had no idea. And unless you're using a VPN to consistently get lobbies like this, there is really no way to know you're in a quote-unquote bot lobby. World record attempts and whatnot are almost all circumstantial. You need the right time period, you need the right recipe, and you have to be on point. I ended up with a 91% accuracy in this game. My headshot percentage was actually way lower, as it should be, but my overall accuracy set at 91%. So that means in 37 engagements, I just ended up missing 9% of my bullets. Now, a big part of this is because their movement, the people I was playing against, didn't really use movement. So if you're watching this and you're wondering if you're the type of person who's just getting mowed down by people like me, one of the reasons why is because you aren't moving. You're just sitting there allowing people like me to jump shot you, to bunny hop all over you, to drop shot, to just do whatever. And you're just sitting there not moving, and it's extremely easy for me to hit shots. My accuracy, I guarantee, scaled so high and did so well, certainly and almost 100% because of the fact that these people had very bad movement in general. And this is not an insult towards them. Because when you are on the path to becoming a better Warzone player, when you are new, when you are a casual, one of the hardest things is to have good movement. It's to even just begin using movement in your gameplay. That is one of the hardest things for any new Warzone player. But when you finally start to take the steps to learn movement, to become a better player overall, that's when you're going to start noticing yourself becoming more like the player you're seeing in the gameplay and a lot less like the people you're seeing me kill. I think one thing that a video like this should highlight is the skill gap and skill curve that does exist within Warzone. Some people believe that Warzone doesn't have that much of a skill curve and a skill cap because it's a battle royale, because it's Call of Duty or whatever. But in reality, the difference between someone like me who has a 3+ KD, who's top 100 in Gulag win ratio and KD ratio and trios and whatnot, there's a vast difference between me and the very average player that I was going against in these games. And for the vast majority of people, there's just simply not enough time in the day for them to become as good as someone like me. I had a time period of 2-3 years where I tried very hard to go competitive and to go pro in COD. So I spent years essentially grinding out to become the best player I could be. And all of that has kind of turned me into the player I am today. As probably very similar to you, I played a lot as a kid, I played a lot as a teenager, I played a lot in high school with my friends, and I always thought I was very good at Call of Duty. But then once I started going down the competitive route, I really realized the difference between someone who's good and someone who's great, and that is a huge difference. When I began my attempt at playing competitive Call of Duty in Black Ops 3, I was a very good pub player, but as a very average competitive player. And within a year of seriously putting my mind to it, I went from someone who could barely hang with average competitive players to being able to play tournaments against pro players and being able to hang on my own. And I still have a lot of that gameplay recorded because it's some of the most proud gaming moments of my entire life. But all of that led me to being an extremely good player of Warzone. And now imagine a lot of the people I'm playing against. A lot of them probably play casually. They probably played a lot when they were kids. They're probably alright, pretty decent when they were kids. And they're probably pretty good at Warzone. But they didn't play competitive like that. They don't have that type of experience. They haven't played as much Warzone as I have. And they're just looking to have a good time. And then they have the unfortunate task and the unfortunate luck of being put into a lobby with someone like me. And it's not just people like me. It's a lot of people who abuse VPNs. And what does that lead? That leads to people feeling frustrated. That leads to bad gameplay experiences. And it also is just not fun. However, though, having said all of that, There's a very obvious solution staring Raven Software and Activision in the face, and that's ranked Warzone. I know a lot of people may be against it, but I think it would be a lot more meaningful to say someone got a world record game if they did it in a high ranked lobby. Imagine turning on your stream and knowing Teep, Symphony, J God, Iron, they're all in the same lobby at the highest tier, at the highest rank, trying to battle it out. Imagine seeing people like me, myself on Ps5, a small YouTuber, being able to go against these guys in public match settings almost all the time. It would be amazing, and I think for people like me, it would give us a chance to prove that we do actually feel like we belong against those people. I know I'm on PS5. I know I play with people that aren't as good as other big streamers, friends, and whatnot, but I have better stats than Iceman Isaac in some regards. I have a higher KD with almost the exact same amount of kills per game. He just has more wins, a better win percentage, but he plays with way better people. He plays on PC with 120 FOV, 105 FOV, whatever he runs, on much better FPS than what I was running. I was playing on 60 FPS, on 80 FOV for the vast majority of my Warzone career. I've just recently been able to play on 120 FPS with the patch that came 3 months ago. So imagine what it would be like for people like me to finally get a chance to prove that we are good enough, that we do deserve to be talked about like people like that. That's the other thing with this world record. This may have, and I can't confirm, I've been trying to figure out, but this may have been one of, if not the very first world record to happen on console. That would have been a huge deal to me. Because I know there are a lot of people who their average gameplay experience is like mine. They play on console. They play on their PS4, their Xbox Series X, their Xbox One, maybe their PS5, whatever. And they are out there experiencing similar things I do. They do not have the luxury of 103, 110 FOV, whatever you want to run. They don't have that. So it would have been a big deal for me to potentially gotten a world record on console with average players, just having fun without any real intention of getting a world record, and just, as I said before, having fun with my friends. The other thing I just really want to talk about with all of this, guys, is I really want to set a world record this season. Currently, I'm 15th in the world in Trio's Gulag win ratio. I'm 80th in the world for Trio's KD ratio. Some of these stats may change with people doing better, people doing worse. It may go up, it may go down. But the main thing I want to point out is this season, I am performing extremely well, and I am doing things that I didn't really think I could do before, and I want to push this. I want people to know that I do believe I am a top-tier Warzone player. I'm not going to say I'm one of the best, I'm a top 100 Warzone player, but I do think that if you're talking about top 1,000, top 500, and if you consider all the circumstances with me being on console, with the people I play with all of that, I do think I deserve a little more consideration in that regard. And I know you shouldn't really be the one to toot your own horn, but I do also just need to highlight some of these things, because if no one's going to bring attention to them, then no one's going to really notice. Unless I put eyes on this, on all of this, then people aren't going to notice. When you watch my movement, guys, it looks slower in comparison to someone like Joe Woe, comparison to someone like Shotzi, comparison to all of the best Warzone players. But in reality, I can be doing the exact same things as them, but it's going to look slower because of my FOV. And I'm not going to be out here claiming I have movement like Joe. I think my movement is absolutely top tier for any Warzone player, and especially for console players. But I'm not going to compare myself to the movement king himself. That man's on a whole nother level. But the main point I want to say is even if I were to have movement like him, it would not look the same, and it would actually appear as if I was moving slower than him, even if I was doing the exact same thing. I'm going to start wrapping this video up, guys. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching this channel. Thank you guys for giving me a platform to make these videos. And thank you guys for making my time out here playing Warzone feel worth it. I'm not even kidding. I love playing video games. I love Warzone. So just to actually have something to put my mind towards, to put my time into in regards to this, and actually see positive results from it, it means the world to me. And it's not possible without any of you guys. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I hope you have a good day. This has been one of my favorite videos to make, and I hope you enjoy it. Peace.